Okay guys, it is Phanteks time. Super excited to see what they have. Hey Eber, you got something to say?
Big thanks to our sponsors, Phanteks, Corsair, and Cooler Master.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're finally here at Phanteks. Might I say they have the best sweet lighting. Even this is evening right now, beautiful bokeh, which is for your pleasure. But who knew that power supplies get so exciting? Mysterious Mike was very excited here because actually his first written review on Hardware Canucks was about power supplies, so shout out. But today we're going to talk about the new power supplies from Phanteks in collaboration with Seasonic. So we're basically talking about power supplies in SLI. So when the Mysterious Mike, our editor-in-chief, gets excited about power supplies, we do too. So in this case, Phanteks is actually coming up with a few interesting new products that were developed by partnering closely with Seasonic to build and design brand new generation of adaptable and expandable, those two are the keywords, of power supplies. So let's start things off with the REVOLT Pro, which will be available at the end of Q1. So on the surface, it looks like any other power supply with simple but compact silver and black exterior and completely modular interface. But you might be wondering why there are two power supplies powering a single system, but only one set of connectors is actually going towards the motherboard. But that isn't even the coolest thing about the REVOLT Pro. Unlike every other power supply in the market, there are both output and input connectors here. So those input connectors allow you to piggyback a second power supply into your system and have the REVOLT deliver the electrical current from the power supply into your system. Not only that, but due to a custom designed PCB and the controller from Phanteks, the overall power available will be the sum of the two power supplies. So if you plug in a REVOLT Pro 850 watts and connect a separate 500 watt power supply, you'll have a total of about 1350 watts available. So think of this as SLI for power supplies. Once the two power supplies are combined, the internal controller within the Pro will be able to dynamically adjust and distribute the load across both units based on whichever is more efficient at the given time. So in most cases, the power supply will not be evenly loaded, and this approach could actually increase the overall efficiency since each power supply will remain within its zone of optimal power delivery. And according to Phanteks, combining two 80 plus gold power supplies with this continuous load sharing could lead to almost 80 plus platinum efficiency levels, and that's really cool. Another thing this setup allows you to do is protect the system from damage or any unwanted shutdowns. And so check this out, we unplugged one power supply and the REVOLT was immediately able to direct power requirements to the second one, and it was a completely fluid process. So what happens if your system requires more power than the power supplies can deliver? In that case, the overcurrent protection will be triggered and the entire setup will safely lose power. And in the past, we've only seen this type of feature from a fully redundant power supply that could cost thousands of dollars while not conforming to desktop ATX specs. And Phanteks is also keeping this ecosystem completely open, provided you have a REVOLT Pro and any other power supply that can be attached to it, and all those features that I've been talking about will still be available. Really good stuff, Phanteks. And so moving on to the other system that Phanteks was showing off. So this one is based on their upcoming REVOLX power supply, which will offer 1200 watt of power while being rated at 80 plus titanium efficiency. And unlike the REVOLT Pro that can use two power supplies to power a single main system, the X comes with two sets of CPU and 24-pin connectors, so it can power two systems in parallel. And you can see the fully modular interface here with two sets of power connectors for each system. So imagine having a gaming rig and a workstation in a single large case like the Anthro Elite, provided your case has two power buttons and a reset button that can actually be used to control the second system. So this new power supply could be your answer to some amazing possibilities and builds. So let us know what you think about this new approach to power supplies. I know it's really only for high-end users with space in their cases for two power supplies or have two systems, but it's still really good to see power supplies heading into a new and a unique direction.